one yet clings to this world. What holds you here, I wonder? I am death. There is no love of me in this place. Naught but envy, jealousy. So I now reclaim what is mine, as is my right. Wake up!
This place looks deserted. I wonder where everyone went. More of them! saw the work of... Is it even real? I need this more than they do. This could be useful.
Not now! I'm trying to concentrate! What's so important? Can't you see I'm busy with this... masterpiece?
Oh, yes. I see it's... I mean, it's just so understated. It's beautiful, really.
There's no need to patronize me. It isn't finished. Who are you, anyway? Why are you pestering me?
I'm interested in your paintings. Had to see them for myself.
So, you've traveled far and wide to see the work of the great Tekken. Name one thing I've painted.
Where to start? I mean, what haven't you painted? Besides that canvas, obviously.
How clever. I am Tekken, the painter. Everything my brush touches becomes art. Or it did before. Damn this cursed place for taking my inspiration from me!
What took your inspiration?
Death. The unjust end of a life.
Is there not somewhere that I can help?
Can you bring back the dead?
I don't think...
Of course not! Corso is forever lost to the sand! And my ingenuity along with him, it seems.
Who exactly is this Ipcaso?
He is, or was, another painter. And my rival for Damaris' affection. Ipcaso and I painted many wondrous things, always seeking to outdo one another. We created works of art that put the beauty of the sunset to shame. But no more.
Seems a tad melodramatic. From the outside.
You don't understand. A fire cannot be lit without tinder to burn. A ship cannot sail without the wind. With Ipcaso gone, there is no tinder, no wind, no inspiration. My creative spirit is atrophied.
Why not speak with Damaris? Perhaps tell her how you feel?
No, it's too soon. Without my masterpiece to give, she will reject me. I'm sure of it.
What makes you so sure? I mean, how can you be certain how she'd react?
I just know it to be true. Such an enchantress could never be satisfied with mere wordplay or looks. A painting to top all other paintings before it. That is what I need. I haven't finished. Leave me in peace so I can complete my work.
everyone else gone? Am I the only one left alive?
Look with your eyes, not with your hands.
So there is still life on this island.
Welcome to the Rampant Lioness. What can I get for you?
I don't know. What do you have?
Well, we have a variety of wines and liquors, as well as some dried meats and fresh bread. What are you in the mood for?
The Rampant Lioness. What exactly is this place?
This place is my taberna and my home. The only watering hole on the Euphoris. That I know of, at least. The foundations are part of the ruins that give the island its name. Local superstition meant nobody dared build up here. Until I came along.
It's just you here, right? Is there anything I can do to help?
Nothing right now? Perhaps I can be of help to you, though. We rarely see your kind on the island. What is it that brings an unbound formless to Tal Senate?
I don't know what brought me here, but right now, I just want to get this damned mask off.
You came to the wrong island for that, I'm afraid. Tal Senate had far more poets and painters than smelters or smiths. I think we had a bronze worker from Medan a few months back. You could always sail one of the boats over. It's not like anyone will miss it.
I'd like to trade if you have a moment.
By all means. Take a look.
I don't know what you mean. What's an unbound formless?
You don't... Oh. Honey. Well, it's what you are. I can't see any slave collar or shackles. So you're not permanently tethered to any mistress or master. A free soul, as it were. Hence, unbound. Then your gifts of ascension, or lack thereof, you're kin with the formless. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I wanted to ask something else. Is slavery commonplace here? You mentioned collars and shackles. Are those used to imprison slaves?
All trades of the flesh are commonplace in Sabu, even more so closer to the coast. The collars and shackles do more than imprison. It's said that they bind the very soul of the wearer, break their will and distort their desire.
What does that actually mean?
It means that they cannot disobey the whim of their owner, and that over time they stop wanting to disobey. Once that happens, the bindings are no longer needed. I've seen freed slaves that willingly submit themselves to the whim of a new captor.
You mentioned the formless lack ascension. What does that mean?
This talk of the formless is getting a bit taboo.
Oh, I had no idea. Sorry if I've made you uncomfortable.
No, it's fine. It's just not something you'd ordinarily talk about or have to explain to someone. So most people bear some mark of the goddess's reign, the forms she created through her gifts, but some remain almost untouched. Peoples of a lineage from before the fire in the heavens, those without divine form.
I want to find somewhere clear of those things. Somewhere safe to call home.
Sadly, even Tal Senate isn't safe from the stone sickness. The curse reached every corner of Sabu. It's a mercy that the few of us who remain are still untouched by it, even if we live in danger of the ones that fell.
Surely, if I clear out the cursed ones, then Tal Senate will be safe. For now, at least.
Maybe. I really don't know. Don't try anything too heroic. Down by the cove, I was nearly... Anyway, I lost my sword in the process.
This island seems fairly dangerous. Do you get many patrons here these days? Must be hard to meet new people.
No, not really. Most of the people who lived on Tal Senate, the things that prowl the shoreline were once my patrons. My neighbors. I managed, though. I mean, even when this place was teeming with people, I didn't have anyone. Not that I'm looking for anything serious, but that doesn't mean I'm not either. I mean, are you certain I can't get you something to drink? I think I'll have one.
Don't listen to her, friend. The only reason she's so insistent on you having a drink is because she's trying to get you drunk enough to bed you.
Oh, please don't pay any attention to her. She's just having fun. But if you do change your mind about that drink, I can pour you one. We have a great selection. I mean, we have our Sabuthi spiced wine is quite popular. Or maybe something stronger.
See what I mean?
You know what? I will, actually. I'll have a... blood reed tonic.
Really? Okay. One blood reed tonic coming up. I have to say it's a unique drink. You'll have to let me know what you think.
Just watch that she keeps her hands to herself.
I'll stick with something less adventurous.
I'm enjoying your company, but forgive me, I didn't catch your name.
I'm Damaris Panleostra. Of Libos. Well, formerly of Libos. I'm enjoying talking with you as well. Interruptions aside.
Oh, I see how it is. Three's a crowd. I'd better clear off then. Besides, it seems I have a new ballad to be working on.
Well then, stranger. So far you've not told me anything about yourself. Who exactly are you?
Honestly, I have no idea. I remember almost nothing before I arrived on this island. I think I was maybe in a shipwreck. Hit my head. But then I also remember fighting a shadow, so perhaps I can't trust any of my memories.
Amnesia. Oh, all the other ones, sweetheart.
No, really. I know it doesn't make much sense, but that's genuinely what I remember.
You're serious, aren't you? Sorry, I just thought... I didn't mean anything by it.
I might not have much to tell, but I'm certain you do. Tell me some more about this place.
Of course. What do you want to know?
How large is Sabu exactly? Is it a single country?
I don't know if I'm the right girl to answer that one. I've not ventured further than Tal Senate. I think it's split into... I want to say 8 provinces. Don't hold me to that, though. I'm no cartographer.
You mentioned Sabu is divided into different provinces. Can you tell me more about them?
I also mentioned that I'm no cartographer.
You mentioned Tal Senate as both a library and an island. What exactly was it?
We're on the foundation of Tal Senate at the moment. The island itself is really just what's left of the ruin. From what I understand, long before the Sundering, it was built as a palace of sorts for the demigod Seshat. They say that's why plants thrive here. Though, if you ask me, it probably doesn't hurt that we're in the middle of the Euphorus River.
So what's the story with the name? Why is the taberna called the Rampant Lioness?
Taberna are seldom known for the subtlety of their naming. They need to be memorable. And nobody forgets the Rampant Lioness.
That doesn't feel like the whole story. The name itself feels personal, as though it means much more to you.
How in the 5 hells... Sorry, it's just... You're right. I named it after my mother. I barely remember her, to tell the truth. But I do remember that she loved me fiercely. When she came home, she'd bundle me up in her arms. Made me feel so safe. I didn't want to use her name. It had no meaning to me. She was never Hezra. She was my mum. I don't think I've ever told anyone else. What made you think to ask?
I just knew I needed to. I think there's a connection between us, Damaris. I've not felt this before.
I haven't... You may be right. To tell the truth, I'm not used to heartfelt questions. The most intimate conversations here are more often about whether I'm keen to drop my knickers. I'm glad you asked. I really am. I might be misreading this, but would you kiss me? Only if you want to, I mean.
I'm sorry, Damaris. This is just... Things are moving too fast for me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
I might not have much to tell, but I'm certain you do. Tell me more about yourself.
About myself? I mean, of course. What would you like to know?
Have you always lived here, on this island?
No. I actually moved to Sabu a little over 4 years back. The boat stopped here to drop off a trader, and I just stayed. I find Tal Senate peaceful. Or at least I did before recent events.
You said you moved here. Where were you from originally?
I came here from Libos. It's downstream from here. Out to sea, actually. It's part of the Helios archipelago. All rolling plains and hilltop villas. It's actually quite lovely. If you can overlook the herds of rutting centaur once autumn rolls in.
What made you want to open a taberna? And why here?
I've wanted a place like this since I was a little girl growing up in Libos. My mother moved there before I was born. It's where she met my father. It was blissful. But when I was 6, my mother died.
I'm so sorry. That's a terrible loss.
20 years ago it was. Time doesn't heal, but the pain recedes. And my father, he sought to give all the love my mother could not. In Libos, we were schooled at home. So my father gave up his trade and began to sell food from our front door. Just to be at home with me. I adored that time, in spite of the hurt. Little by little, what started as our home became a thriving taberna. It never had a proper name. It didn't need one. The locals all called it Hezra's Hearth, after my mother.
Why move here? This place seems inhospitable and a long way from Libos by the sound of it.
It's hard to say why. More of a feeling than a thought. But something called me back to the place of my mother's birth. Now, with the worsening of the God Queen's curse, I don't see how Sabu will survive much longer. Let alone this place.
Yet the Drake thought care for a song, stranger?
I would, yes. Can you sing a specific song if I pay for it?
Of course. How else do you think I earn my keep?
Wait up. Did you say you earn your keep?
What would you like me to play?
I'd like the one with the horny lioness and the jackal.
Ah, Burning Maid.
You know, some have said that the titular lioness isn't Bast at all. I heard that the song was actually written about...
Forget my mane, Nenu. My ears are burning. Are you that desperate to sleep outside again?
About a different lioness. Well, it could be any number of... I suppose we'll never know. The lioness so once was there, all golden mane and piercing glare, who roamed the dunes so wide and free, in search of lustful company. For a jackal tall and slight, with fur as black as starless night, and thought this one will be just right.
Care for a song, stranger? Care for a song, stranger?
Actually, I just wanted to talk.
Oh, okay. What about?
Do you live here? In the taberna, I mean.
I live everywhere. I am bound to nowhere. I travel from town to town, bringing the beauty of...
Yes, she lives here. Squats here at least. Every time she passes through, there's a new reason she can't pay her way.
I deliver the priceless histories through song in return for a hard mattress and a few lumpy pillows. And she's the one with the raw deal?
Damaris is a beautiful woman. Are you and her lovers?
No. Not that I have anything against promiscuous lionesses. I'm just not interested in anyone. Well, not in that way, at least. Care for a song, stranger?